Welcome back, guys. We've got a big bore thumper here today. This is a 50 Beowulf. This is the Bear Creek Arsenal side charging upper, which I like. I've got a couple big bores. I've got some 450 Bushmasters that have the T-handle, and the latch sometimes during the recoil will reach back and pop you in the nose. So I opted to go with the side charger on this 50, and I really like the side charging option anyways, but no charging handle to the nose. This is a 10 round mag. 10 rounds fit in this standard capacity mag with 50 Beowulf. This is from Alexander Arms, made in Israel. I think this is the same ones that make the Elander mags. All right, so you can see here, just for the sake of comparison, we've got the 223 5.56. In the middle, we have the 450 Bushmaster, and then we have the big 50 Beowulf over here. Pretty comparable in the 450 and the 50 Beowulf. All the research I've done, the energies are real similar between 450 and 50 Beowulf. Thinking the 450 might edge it out with certain loads, just based on energy, but you do have a heavier bullet with the 50 Beowulf, and it does carry a lot, well, I wouldn't say a lot more, but some more momentum downrange. So what we've done here is I've got a target set up at 50 yards. We'll do a little accuracy test and see how it does at 50 yards. It is a thumper now, let me tell you. The recoil on it, you can feel it. You can definitely feel the recoil. But you can see those line up just single stack in this magazine. I haven't had any feeding problems with it. No malfunctions whatsoever with that upper and these magazines. So we'll just get set up here, take a few shots, talk about it a little bit more. All right, so you can see the target in this frame, but I'm going to be shooting at that steel target up there. You can kind of watch the recoil and watch the reaction of the plate. It's pretty violent once it hits that plate. Guess I better get my ears on. All right, I'm ready for it now if you all are. I guess that's all that needs to be said. Well, as you can see, it took one shot to break the post on my 80-yard gong. It didn't fall off. The T-post, which had been hit a few times, kind of wore out a little bit, but I hit the target and the force broke that T-post plumb off. So I ain't gonna fix it for the rest of this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll shoot three shots on that paper target, and I'll let you kind of judge the recoil from the sitting position, and we'll see what we get up there. Now my target does have 2 black dots painted on it. Apparently my accuracy is better with a rifle than it is a paint can, because I missed the first little squirt. But I'm gonna put 3 shots up there. We'll see what y'all think about the recoil. Got a pop to it. Sitting is a lot worse than standing, especially trying to lean over this table. It's got a little bit of oomph. See how we did. All right, so like I said, I have 2 dots, but I was aiming at this one. That's about 1.5 inch group, 50 yards. That's what, 3 MOA. But I know this rifle can do a lot better than this. Using just a red dot, so don't have any magnification. If I had a magnified optic on here and took my time, made better shots, I know it would do a lot better, but that's what we got right there, 50 yards with just a cheap Vortex Crossfire red dot on it. My goal for this thing is I'm probably going to use it in the deer woods at close range, shooting more brush type areas. This is a 16-inch barrel, and it is pretty light. Like, it's a big fat barrel, but there's a big fat hole in the middle of it too. So there's not as much material there as what you would think. And like I said, I've had no malfunctions with this thing. It runs great. It's got the M-lock slots, and then you got your bear part in your handguard here, and then Picatinny on the end. If you were to want to put iron sights or backup sights or whatever you want on here. So it's side charging upper, as I've said, which I really like in this setup. Breakdown is pretty simple, just like every other AR. and it's a little tight on this lower, but yeah, simple breakdown. You do have to remove your charging handle. You got a screw here, pull your charging handle out, and then you can pull your bolt and stuff on out. But yeah, it's got this is a lower that I already had, so only thing I purchased from Bear Creek Arsenal was the upper itself. But you can see the upper's kind of milled in for your bolt drop here. I think that looks kind of cool, keeps it good and flush fit. No snags or anything on it. Standard flash hider on the end. I don't know if maybe a brake or something might help with some recoil, but it's pretty brutal on the recoil. I might put a brake on it, but if I'm going to hunt with it, 9 times out of 10, I don't wear ear protection when I'm hunting, so I don't think I want to cut this thing off with a brake and no ear protection sitting in a tree stand. So as far as ballistics go, the 50 Beowulf really is 50 Beowulf, 458 SOCOM, 450 Bushmaster. They're all kind of in the same ballpark, in my opinion, as far as energy goes, effectiveness, just terminal performance in general. Now, I'll say this, I'm going to reload for this because the ammo for it is not cheap, and it's pretty limited in who actually supplies ammunition. This is from Alexander Arms themselves. This is all I could find in stock whenever I got this upper. So it's pretty limited. Brass isn't super available either. Alexander Arms is about the only ones I could find that has brass. So I am policing my brass quite heavily here on the range, and I don't have a whole lot of ammo for it yet. Just shot a couple boxes through it, trying to save the brass, and I'm going to reload some, I think they're 300 grain Hornady FTX bullets. Then I'm probably going to do a 450 versus 50 Beowulf ballistics gel test, or ballistic chickens, or something like that, whatever I'm in the mood for that day. And we'll kind of put them head to head. I don't expect there to be a whole lot of difference. The big difference for me between this one and the 18-inch 450 I've got is the 18-inch 450 seems like it's quite a bit heavier than this. This is a pretty light package overall for something you want to trudge through the woods, and plus 16-inch barrel, even shorter, handy in the woods with a collapsible stock especially. That's a pretty short package to be taken through the thicker woods of East Kentucky. But ballistically, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of difference between the two. So yeah, as far as I can tell you, the upper it functions flawlessly. There's been no issues whatsoever. It is a direct gas impingement. It has the carbine linked gas system on it. You've got your QD mounts up here on both sides, and I really like that upper. Like I said, I'm not going to talk much about the lower. It's the lower I already had ready to go. But this is more about the upper itself, which is flawless. I don't know what more you could ask for quality budget upper like that. And 50 Beowulf side charging uppers, Bear Creek's really the only ones I know that are doing that right now. There may be some more, but they seem to have them in stock pretty often. If you want them, I would advise checking them out. They're pretty cool. It's got some thump to it. I don't want y'all to think I'm a sissy saying it was a little painful, but setting down that hard pad, it's got some oomph to it. It ain't nothing like shooting a 5.56 or 6.5 Grendel or anything like that. It's definitely got some pop. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Until next time, stay tuned.